Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We are here to talk some trash. I don't know if you can see it in there. We are here to talk a little bit of trash. I have some empties here. I like to film an empties at the end of the year, kind of get rid of stuff, you know, clear it out, talk about some products I've used up, and start fresh in the new year. So that is what we are here to do today. I can't remember the last time I filmed an empties video. It might have been a few months ago, but I do have a playlist. I can link that here if you want to check that out. But that's what we're here to do today. If you are new, hello and welcome. My name is Kelly, and I love all things makeup and beauty. I love talking. I love makeup. I love talking about makeup. So if you like to chat about makeup too, I would love to have you subscribe and be part of the K-Bella fam. But why don't we go ahead and jump into this video. Okay, so I have this bag in front of me. I'm really hoping it doesn't fall, but I want to pull out like repurchases first because I don't really want to spend a ton of time talking about the repurchases. Of course, I have my Shiseido facial cottons. I go through these so often. And now I pick mine up typically at Sephora, but I have heard people tell me recently that you can get these at like TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So definitely check there if you're interested. I also have talked heavily about how I love the Caudalie moisturizing toner, and it had a pump, and that's the toner that I've talked about time and time again that I've constantly repurchased. This one right here says that it's a moisturizing toner, but it says Vino Clean, and my other one never said Vino Clean, and this one doesn't have a pump. So I'm not 100% sure what happened to the other moisturizing toner. Like, I can't find that one anymore. I don't know if this was supposed to replace it, but I didn't like this one as much. It just didn't feel as hydrating. So this was also a repurchase, but I did get another Laneige Cream Skin Toner and Moisturizer in place of the Caudalie. So the Caudalie was my old tried and true. I actually tried the Laneige before, and I really like the formula of this toner, but I'm not in love with the component and the packaging. You actually have to tip it upside down and like shake it a little bit to try and get some product out, and I feel like I either get too much or not enough. So the packaging is not my favorite, but the product inside is really good. Some more repeats that you've heard time and time again. MAC Fix Plus, always go through these. Also, my Lancome Monsieur Big, one of my favorite mascaras. It is a high-end mascara. You should always get high-end mascaras on sale if you purchase them because they are always on sale, I feel like. Looks like I actually have two of them, so don't know the last time I actually filmed my empties video. Couple more repurchases here. This one being my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Caramel. Of course, already purchased another one there. And we are finishing my Giorgio Armani. See, this isn't the rollerball. I used to always say rollerball, but now it's a little travel spray. But I did finish this one up. However, if you caught my video, that was like, I think it was like 12 standout products. I talked about another fragrance that I've been loving. So the Giorgio Armani Sea perfume has been like my staple, my go-to for years and years and years. But you know how like perfumes and colognes, they like mix with your pheromones or whatever it's called? This one smelled so good on me for years. However, I feel like after having my daughter and nursing, I didn't really wear perfume for 2 years. This still smells the same when I spray it out. It still smells just as good, but I feel like it smells different on me. So although I've used this for probably like 5 or 6 years, I'm not repurchasing this at the moment. Okay, then we have two moisturizers of the same kind. Wow, when was the last time I filmed an empties video? So the Pharmacy Honey Halo, I have been introduced to this year in 2021. I absolutely love this moisturizer. It's so hydrating. It does feel a little bit thicker, but it like completely absorbs into my skin and leaves my skin silky and smooth. So definitely gone through two of those, and it's still the moisturizer that I'm using. I'm not a huge dry shampoo person, but when I do, I reach for this Batiste dry shampoo. I want to say it's like $8.99 or something. Like I said, I'm not a huge dry shampoo person, so like that's what I'm going to use. If I'm going to use dry shampoo, I'm not going to like spend a lot of money on a dry shampoo. The next product that was new to me this year was the Good Molecules Hyaluronic Acid Serum. This was my first time to try a hyaluronic acid serum. I thought this one was fine, but it felt a little bit sticky on the skin. I heard a lot of people say really good things about Good Molecules. I wanted to try them out. I thought a hyaluronic acid would be the way to go because I do have dry skin, so this is supposed to be like super moisturizing, and I did use it up, but definitely not going to repurchase. This one I got in like a Christmas set last year. This is actually by Tatcha, and it's called the Camilla Gold Spun Lip Balm. Now this came in a little jar, and it was clear, but it had like little gold flecks in it. You can't see because I've used it all. I got this in a holiday set. Now I did think this was super nice. It was super moisturizing. It stayed on all night. I would wear it before bed, and I did really enjoy it. However, I think that it's like $30 or something, and I don't like it enough for $30. I feel like there are better options out there, so I would totally use this again if I got it in a kit, but I wouldn't purchase the full size. I also wanted to try out more from Milk Makeup this year, so I did try their vegan milk cleanser. This was the little like $15 travel size, and I feel like it lasted me a couple months, and I did really like it. It was super creamy, took my makeup off. I do a two-step cleanse, so like I use a makeup remover first and then go in with a cleanser. So this would be the cleanser I would go in after, and it worked nicely, and I repurchased it. So I did like this one. So I did a little like collab, a little partnership with Look Fantastic in the summertime, and they sent over this Genius Liquid Collagen by Algenist, and I don't know if you can see, it was like a gel with like gold flecks in it or whatnot, and it had this little dropper, and can you see? I don't know if you can see. Had this little dropper. Anyway, there's still a little bit left in here, but I like could not scoop any more out. It was pretty hard to pick up the leftovers in the dropper. I was like scraping at the sides. It became very difficult. This felt good on the skin. Okay, it felt nice. It was super hydrating. It blended into the skin nicely. It did have a strong fragrance. So if you're, particular about fragrances or sensitive to fragrances, this did have one. However, I looked up the price tag, and I think it's like $115, and this didn't do enough to my skin for me to pay $115 for it. I really did love this Pat McGrath Labs concealer in the shade L5. It doesn't look used when you look at it, but literally like I can see the inside when I'm scraping, and when I pull up my brush, like literally nothing is on there. We were just like scraping at the bits. Now I probably could have tried to pull the stopper out to get a little bit more, but I didn't. I really liked this concealer. It had enough coverage without being thick and cakey. I like more of like a thin consistency concealer. This really gave that to me, and it blended in nicely but still gave me some coverage. So I enjoyed this one. Something I will not repurchase, but I don't think was bad, is the Huda Beauty Balm Brows. Now, I got the shade Caramel Blonde, which wasn't the best shade for me. Being a natural redhead, it's hard to find brow products that really work, so that's why I love the Caramel by ABH so much. The reason why I wouldn't repurchase this is because it is so, you can't see it because I used it all. It is so thin and tiny and micro, which is what it's supposed to be, but I literally have to create my brows from scratch every day. I went through this in like a month. So I'm not gonna pay $17 a month for an eyebrow product when I can go in with my ABH Brow Wiz, which will last me a couple months, and it's $22. So for me, sticking with the ABH. Okay, I have a couple more products here. I am trying to rush through it because my daughter just woke up. But I did get to try Merit Beauty this year, and they sent over their, oh gosh, what's the name of this? Volumizing pomade in the shade Blonde, and it was like their brow gel. Now, I thought this was really nice. The shade Blonde was super light for me. I would have liked something that was a little bit deeper, but they didn't have a great shade range. It was like blonde, maybe soft brown, and then a dark brown. And also, this little like spoolie type deal was a little bit big, a little bit thicker than I would have liked, but I thought the product inside was nice. So I did use it. I would recommend it if you maybe have more full brows and you just want something that you can like quickly put through your brows, because it was volumizing and it did like give you some fibers and make your brow hairs look nice. But I just feel like if if you need a specific shade like to match your hair, it doesn't have a great range. A product I did enjoy was the Give Me Brow by Benefit. This kind of did the same thing as the pomade, but you can see the spoolies like much smaller. This was the shade, oh, it wiped off. I feel like maybe I had 3.5, which wasn't the best shade for me, but I would take this and put it through like the middle to the end of my brows. And for someone like me who has like very thin, sparse brows, I would draw it in first, but this would really give me like the fibers and make it look more full. So I did enjoy that. Got a little bit darker outside, so it got a little bit darker in here. Hopefully that's okay. But the last product is by Lush. This is the Snow Fairy Shower Gel. I actually got this from Smags last year for Christmas, used it all up. This smelled really nice. It kind of smelled almost like bubble gum, like a sweet, sugary bubble gum, I would say. So I used it all up. I enjoyed it. If you are into Lush products, I think this would be great. I typically with like shampoo, conditioner, body wash, I just buy like stuff at the drugstore. So as far as am I going to repurchase this? No, but if someone purchased it for me, like I would use it again, but I'm just gonna go to the store and buy Dove, you know? Okay, but that's it. That's it, we are empty. Those were all of the products that I used at the back quarter, the end of the year. These were the products that I used up at the end of the year. If you enjoy Empties videos, go ahead and give this a thumbs up. I would love to know in the comments down below, what products have you used up lately? Now we get a fresh start. I can throw all of this in the recycling, I can get rid of it, and I have a new empty bag to use up more products. But thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for sticking with me. I did upload a video using the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette, and I talked a little bit about what happened with Vlogmas in there, so definitely check that if you're like a returning subscriber and you're like, what happened with Vlogmas? But thank you to those of you who stuck with me. We are back to filming, and I have more fun videos coming up, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.